Hello everyone, how's it going? So Assassin's Creed live action series ordered at Netflix. Now believe it or not, I am actually a very hardcore Assassin's Creed fan. I've been playing the series ever since it first debuted. I've played every major entry, and yeah, I am a big fan of this series, but I also understand that it has fallen from grace. Ever since Desmond's entire set of games ended, the franchise has never found its own footing, and I would say when Origins released, that was the sign of the apocalypse for this franchise. Like, they started to do RPG mechanics, equipment mechanics. They had some pseudo life service systems in the game. It just, yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with all of that. Like, if you go back and play games like Black Flag, Syndicate, Unity, a lot of those games, yeah, they lacked direction when it came to the main narrative, but at least they kept core of what Assassin's Creed meant, and they actually tried new things, like with the cooperative action in Assassin's Creed Unity. But for the most part, this franchise has stagnated, and when it comes to the live action, I'm a little bit worried, but at the same time, I like to be hopeful. Hopefully, I am wrong, and they do something better than the movie, which I did watch, but I don't remember anything about this movie other than Magneto was in it. That's the only thing I remember about it. The long-gesturing Assassin's Creed live-action series adaptation is officially moving forward, as Netflix Variety has learned. The news comes from 5 years after it was first reported that the streaming giant was developing a series version of the global hit video game franchise under a new deal with game publisher Ubisoft, which Ubisoft has been going through a lot of problems. At this point, I'm almost certain Tencent will absorb them eventually, but at this point, yeah, they're almost like a shell company right now. Not to mention the lawsuits that just happened involving the SA allegations, where a lot of them are in prison or home arrest. It's not pretty. The project has gone through multiple creative teams in the time, with Robert Panino and David Weiner now set as creators, showrunners, and executive producers. Now, this is where I'm really, really scared about. So, Roberto Panino, he has some shows that he's known for. Like, I have never watched any of these shows, but I heard Westworld was good until season 2. Then I saw the Critical Drinkers video. I saw a lot of people's videos who said, what the hell happened? And Sons of Anarchy, like, everyone when I went to school loved this show. Like, everyone would talk about it. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. It just wasn't really my vibe. But David Weiner, I do not like this guy. And for one reason, and you probably see it right there, that right there, Halo. Now, I am a huge Halo fan. And when I saw this TV series, I hated it. I venomously hate it. I have a freaking Halo Reach tattoo. This show should be considered a war crime. It is that bad. It is just god awful. It's like they said, you know, Halo, with all the rich lore and characters and settings, forget all that. Let's make Master Chief take off his armor. We see him naked. He tries to punch Hulk. It's just like, oh my god, it makes me angry just thinking about it. Like, dear Christ almighty. So I'm worried. Like, why in the heck would you choose why would you choose that person, man? Why? Does he have blackmail on you guys? Come on. Like, get the people who did Arcane. The people who did, what else? Well, I was going to say The Last of Us, but The Last of Us Season 2, that was also just god-awful, dear God. Castlevania, get those people. Dude, if they get the people who did Castlevania Season 1 with Trevor Belmont and Alucard and Cypher, dude, that would be so kick-ass. I thought they were doing Berserk or something, but, dude, get those people. They will, like, well, they're more animated people, but dear God, an animated Assassin's Creed show made by those people, I would absolutely watch. We've been fans of Assassin's Creed since it released in 2007, Wiener and Patino said, dude, I don't believe, I don't. After you did the Halo, no. Like, I get that with the Halo franchise, they said they didn't even watch or consider the lore, but, dude, I do not believe a word. Like, I like people's work speak for themselves, and their work makes me worried. Every day we worked on this show, we come away excited and humbled by the possibilities that Assassin's Creed opens to us. Beneath the scope, the spectacle, the parkour, and the thrills is a baseline for the most essential kind of human story, about people searching for purpose, struggling with questions of identity, destiny, and faith. What the hell are you talking about? Wait, what? Did he play the actual Assassin's Creed game? Assassin's Creed is about freedom versus control. Like the Templars believe in controlling society will yield to the best course for humanity. They believe under a unified government, everyone would be able to live in peace. But with assassins, they believe that everyone has a right to free will, the freedom of their choices. Like there's a profound speech by Ezio in one of the Assassin's Creed DLCs. I think it's 2 with the Bonfire of the Vanities, I believe, where he talks about how there will be people out there who will prey on your freedom of your choice, your fear, and there are people out there who will give up that freedom willingly, but it's up to you to defend it. Same thing in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where Desmond goes in depth about how he hated joining the Assassins, how it wasn't his choice, he was just forced into the lifestyle, and how that freedom of choice, where the foundation of the Assassin Order was robbed from him. Like, people should have the right to choose whether to follow the Assassins or the Templars, and in turn, if they want a dictator to rule their entire decision-making, it's their freedom to do that. And he, like, I forgot the guy's name, but he was like, yeah, that is 100% up to the people. If they want a dictator to rule them and give them solidarity and control over their lives, if it means peace and security, so be it. It is their choice, but it robs them of the very identity of the Assassin Order stands for. But you also see through Assassin's Creed Unity that even when the Assassins are in control of everything, they're still just as bad as the Templars. They did nothing to protect the innocent people. They were like saying the French Revolution was just a course of people's own ideas running amok, but it's not their job to protect them. Whereas Elise, being a Templar, said, no, it is our job to protect them. So it really highlighted the different ideas that cause contracts that they both want what's best for humanity, but they go about it different ways. Or when one is in power and the other is not, they end up being corrupted by power where the other side does not. Same thing for Haytham Kenway. Like, yeah, you can say a lot of things about him, but he also fights for the people in a way. He goes to Connor and he says, well, they chose Washington. And he's like, the people chose nothing. It was made by a bunch of rich elites who just made the decision for the people under closed doors to enrich themselves. The people didn't choose anything. They just feigned ignorance. And he's right. So I don't know what they're talking about here. Like, I'm not a show writer, but even I know that's not what the Assassin's Creed games are about that. It's all about, would you rather have freedom of choice, but you would have to adhere to all the decisions that you make, whether good or bad, and there will be no protector to help you. It's up to you to follow your own path, or would you prefer someone else make all the decisions for you? You won't have any choice in the matter, but you'll be able to support your own family, you'll live your life in peace and security and serenity, but you'll be ignorant about the wider world. Which do you decide, freedom or security? It is about power and violence and sex and greed and vengeance. Again, well, actually with Assassin's Creed 2, Ezio does give in to those stuff. So does Altair when his sons are murdered. Connor also joins the Assassin Brotherhood for revenge against Charles Lee for killing his people and his family. So I guess vengeance, but sex and greed, I don't know. Like, I guess with the Templars to a degree, but it's really this part where I'm a little uncertain about. Like this, I guess, yeah. But more than anything, it's a show about valuing human connection across cultures, across time. Okay. I guess the foundation is, but the core of it is the Templar-Assassin War. And it's what we stand to lose as a species when those connections break. We've got an amazing team behind us and folks at Ubisoft and our champions at Netflix, and we're committed to creating something undeniable for the fans all over the planet. I disagree, considering, you know, that guy's track record. In addition, Wiener and Patino, Gerald Villamont, Margaret Boykan, and Austin Dill of Ubisoft Film and Television serve as an executive producer as Matt O'Toole. The first Assassin's Creed game debuted in 2007. Instant hit, 230 million copies. Yeah, we can just say that. 230 million copies of various titles in the franchise, having sold more to date. There have been 14 installments in the main franchise so far. We are most recent being Assassin's Creed Shadow, released in 2025. A film adaptation starring Michael Fassbender was released in 2016. The official log time for the show states that it's centered on the secret war between the two shadowy factions, one set on determine mankind's future through control and manipulation, exactly what I just said, while the other fights to preserve free will. Yeah. This series follows characters across pivotal historical events as they battle to shape humanity's destiny. So yeah, this is 100% what the show should be about. When we first announced our partnership with Ubisoft in 2020, we set out with an ambitious goal to bring the rich, expansive world of Assassin's Creed to life in bold new ways, said Peter Fredlander, Netflix vice president of scripted series. Now, after years of dedicated collaboration, it's inspiring to see just how far that vision has come, guided by the deft hands of Roberto Panino, and David Weiner. The team has carefully crafted an epic adventure that honors the legacy of the Assassin's Creed franchise and invites long-term fans and newcomers alike to experience the thrill of the Brotherhood as never before. So I think this is more of a conduit to try and get more people to purchase the games, because I do remember this just popped into my head that the whole point of the Assassin's Creed movie was to get more people aware of the franchise. They didn't care if this was a flop, they just wanted more people to be aware that this franchise exists, so they'll check out the games. Some products are just there just to bring awareness, like action figures and stuff like that, so they'll check out more media forms like video games, movies, TV shows. There are a lot of Assassin's Creed games out there. Or maybe they might just sub to Ubisoft Plus and get access to everything. The Assassin's Creed games explore the war between the rival secret organizations of the Assassins and the Templars, and they use advanced machinery to gain access to genetic memories of the Assassins in different periods of the past to track down powerful artifacts called Pieces of Eden. Well, they used to. Nowadays, they don't really do that. We're excited to partner along. They're just repeating the same thing over and over again here. Worked on DMZ, Zero Day, Sons of Anarchy. The showrunner of season 2 of the fellow video game. Oh my god, I feel like he doesn't want people to know that. Dear god, that would be horrible. He's also written for shows like Fear the Walking Dead. Dude, I watched one episode of this. It was so freaking boring. Like, I invited my friend Bianca to my house and when I was going to college because she had like several hours before her next class. I was like, why don't you just come over and we just relax and eat pizza? And she's like, yeah, sure, why not? So we went to my house, we ate pizza, and we watched the show. And she was also bored with it. Like, she did like The Walking Dead, but while we were watching it, she just started talking on the phone with her mother. I was like, I'm watching this boring next show, and she's just on the other room talking with her mom, and that was just like, yeah. Either way, it's just like, I am really worried about this show. I think it's just going to be another conduit to try and get people to play the video games. And I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix and Ubisoft actually have a deal where they bring, like, the Ezio trilogy to the Netflix gaming platform. Like, they still have video games on Netflix. Like, they had Minecraft story mode there. So they might, like, bring one of their 2D adventures to the platform. I don't know. Like, they show Ezio Auditore, but they haven't really declared where it's going to be set. So it could be set literally in China or somewhere. Like, I've always wanted an Assassin's Creed game set in Africa. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, they did Japan, and that was the #1 requested, and we saw what they did with that. Dear God, that was such a trash fire, Assassin's Creed Shadows. But tell me what you think in the comments below. I am truly worried about this, but I'm trying to be hopeful. You never know. They could pull lightning in the bottle. It's entirely possible. But after the Halo TV show, I'm not that hopeful. Like, I'm trying to be, but not. But I'd love to hear other people's opinions in the comments below. What do you think of this? And tell me what you think about Assassin's Creed. Like, I'd love to hear other people's opinions. Like I said, my interest in the franchise has waned since Origins. I still played because of sunk cost fallacy. I want to know what happens. And Ubisoft has already stated they do have an ending in mind for the entire franchise when they want to end things. But this is their biggest franchise right now. Like, what would be Ubisoft's second? I think the second biggest would be Far Cry. Like, it used to be Ghost Recon, but we all saw how Wildlands turned out. Well, it would be Rainbow Six Siege. Like, I know Rainbow Six is technically the franchise, but let's face it, Siege is all or nothing for them in nowadays. But I think Assassin's Creed and Rainbow Six are their biggest franchises. Splinter Cell... yeah, we've seen what they've been doing with Splinter Cell. And then Far Cry 5, man. I forgot that game came out. Anyway, that's it from me. Like, dislike, your choice. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Have a good day.